Hey friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is Friday, July 11th, around 10:30 p.m. I ended up taking a nap during the hottest part of the day, but I was awake probably until about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I think 5. Anyway. Ooh. Stress got all out of whack. Anyway, words. So this is my new watch band. It was like seriously $6 on Amazon. It's gonna take a little while to get used to the fit of this one. Every watch band, the holes are just different, and finding out where the right place is on a new watch band just takes some adjusting. Yeah, I spent this whole morning, probably like 6 or 7 hours downstairs doing some cleaning and organizing. And I tackled this one area that had been intimidating me for a while. I still have a few things to finish up in that area. But I had to stop because it was getting so hot. It was 103 today. Which honestly has been pretty mild for summer here. I know a lot of places on the news keep mentioning like heat waves and stuff like that, but I feel altogether we're having a pretty moderate summer up here in the Sacramento region of California. On Wednesday, my birthday, it's supposed to be 85. We always go to the fair, and guys, normally it's over 110 on my birthday, which is miserable. And so, yeah, this is like 30 degrees lower than I'm used to it being on my birthday. I was born in South Africa, which makes me a winter baby, okay? I do not do this heat, which is why I tend to sleep through the hottest part of the day. I can't function. Like even in air conditioning, the sun, like, there's a chance I'm a vampire. Honestly, I don't crave blood, but aside from that, I thrive in darkness. I don't like being out in the sun. Yeah. Anyway, so once I had... Oh, and while I was doing this, I was like carrying around my iPad with the Tour de France on it. So I watched today's stage 7. Then I went back and finished watching stage 3 and started stage 4. So I'm going to finish stage 4, but that means I'll only be 2 stages behind, 5 and 6. And I watched like a portion of 6. Anyway, at midnight, Kitty and I are starting our read-a-thon. We are doing 24 hours over the course of the weekend. She is starting with The Little House on the Prairie. I don't know if it's the series or just that book, but she's halfway through. I will show you guys my book selections at midnight. Yes, that's what I will do. Or a little past midnight. I'm going to finish the stage 4 and then I will start my reading. I did get a couple of books in the mail today. Basically books are what I bought during Prime Day sale. So I got the first book in the Kingmaker series by Sophie Lark. This is a mafia college romance. And I've been looking at this series a lot at Walmart, but they never have the first book. And also it's normally like $14 at Walmart, and this one was like $6. Okay, so then I went back on Amazon and I was like, how much are the rest of the books? Because even though I haven't read it, I'm gonna assume I'll like it. And I was like, if the price isn't in the double digits, that's way cheaper than I can get it on at Walmart. And each book was $6 to $7. So I bought the remaining 4 books and ended up paying $25. I think one of the books had a coupon with it even that brought it down a little bit lower. And honestly, around $30 for 5 books is pretty good, in my opinion. And they have beautiful sprayed edges. Each book is a different color. The first book is blue. I need to rearrange my little bookshelf situation because I have like a small bookshelf in the hallway. Actually, it's a broken bookshelf that we got for free when one of our neighbors moved, and my husband's like, I'll fix the shelves for you. And because only 2 of the 5 shelves function. Well, okay, no, there's 4 shelves. But I don't put anything on that bottom shelf, like the bottom that's not a separate shelf, because that's in the dog's range. Okay, they can nest in there, which they do. They frequently take naps in there. But I'm not putting anything that they could potentially, because my dogs love paper. Okay, they love paper. And it's an ongoing battle with them. Like, my boss has given me books that her toddlers have destroyed so my dogs can just play with those and not ruin one of my actual books. So that's how we're coping. But anyways, my dogs are spoiled. They get away with things that they shouldn't. That's just how it is. Okay, that's how we roll in this house. I'm not the strictest. I mean, I'm stricter than my husband. He's wrapped around their paws. Yeah, that's how that saying goes. They're spoiled. But I mean, to each their own. They're my dogs. I'll raise them how I want. Sorry. Do you not know why I went off on that tangent? So, yeah. I don't know if this is a dark romance or if it's just a mafia romance. But ever since I saw the premise of a university that is, okay, it says, in the shadowed halls of Kingsmaker, a ruthless mafia university, the offspring of the world's most feared families come to master the dark arts of influence and intimidation. Leo, unwavering loyal to his childhood friend Anna, follows her into a world where love is a weapon, trust is a casualty, and survival is the only victory that matters. But the greatest danger comes from Dean Yennin, a Bratva heir with a vendetta as cold as his heart. Dean plans to destroy Leo and take everything he holds dear, starting with Anna. Can Leo win back his soulmate, or is Anna lost forever? I don't know why I somewhat enjoy mafia romances. I don't read them often. I've probably only read like a half dozen or so, but I've enjoyed the ones I've read. So one of my favorites is called The Senator, and I keep waiting for the second book to come out. Actually, I need to check on that again. Like, okay, so I got it on Kindle Unlimited, and it is like the one book I refuse to return because I don't want to forget about the series. I read it like, I don't know, maybe during fall break last year. I don't know. I liked it. It was like an arranged marriage situation. And I have a weird love of reading about arranged marriages. It's just, it is what it is. I like it. The second book that came in the mail is the Releasing 10. And it is the one with the same spine as my other books, so they'll all match. Oh, you guys don't even know the relief I feel about the fact that they will all match now. I mean, the other cover was pretty. If I had to choose for all my books to be one of the spine, it would have been the other one. But having one like that and 5 like this was never going to work in my head. So it's been rectified. Okay. I worked a little bit more on my Anytown Tiny Town. So we are almost done with the bookstore. All I have to do, the rest is all one color. So basically it's just filling in the spaces, which I always like because I don't have to reference back to the pattern very often, and I can just like stitch it mindlessly. So then I pulled out my Esther's Waves to share with you guys. I need to do 100 stitches on this. I need to do another 194, I think, on this for the Tour de France. Because you can change projects between legs, but on the same leg, you have to stick to the same project. And I don't want to do 200 stitches on this one, mainly because I suspect, yeah, I am. I'm on a Jessica stitch row. And those are somewhat mildly painful. Okay, you guys tell me, do you think this looks lopsided? Like the stitches aren't even? I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about this, which is why I haven't worked on it in a while. I mean, this could be all very well in my head, and I recognize that. I'm just going to put in the 100 stitches. If I'm not satisfied, then I'll readdress the issue at another point. But yeah, I am on a Jessica stitch row. So in this band sampler, every cross stitch row is separated by a row of Jessica's stitches. So that's where I'm at on that. And this is a conversion of Esther's Waves that I'm doing, and it is all in these lovely shades of blue and aqua. And so I do really love how this one turns out. I saw someone's stitched up version before or no, did she provide this conversion herself? She may have provided it herself. I don't remember. It's been years. But so that's what I will work on next. Then I'll have to come back to Anytown Tiny Town so I can start it for another game. I pulled out the first of the Advent projects that I will be working on. Okay, so this is an Advent that I actually am working on 2 different projects for this Advent. But those are both separate WIPGO spaces. But so, okay. This is the scarf I'm working up in the Advent. I will not be working on this during this is not the project that I need to work on for Big Brother. I will be working on my mini sock bunting. I had forgotten I was using this, hey, be nice, Gracie. Some of my dogs have very distinctive growls or barks. That's how I usually know which one it is. Okay, so this is an Advent that I adopted from a group in Ravelry. It's a Downton Abbey Advent, and it's from Canon Hand Dyes. So after both projects, this is how much I still have of each of those mini skeins, like a lot. So, my plan is kind of, this was the little swatch I had even made, and I still have plenty of this color. I am going to add 1 square to my my Battenberg. So I'll make, and so I'll save that for later. But so that's why I've been collecting them. What I'll end up doing is making 1 square for my Battenbergs and 1 to put in my mini blanket, but then the rest will go towards my Advent scrap blanket. And so this Advent will feature in 5 different projects, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Anyways, for the mini socks, or the mini bunting, they're tiny little little socks, little stockings with a loop and everything. And this is the contrast color for the heel that I'm doing on all of them. So what I first need to spend time doing is going through and figuring out. So I have a list here of all the colorways and the order they're in. What I think I need to do is do 1 check mark if I have it in the scarf, 1 check mark if I have it as a mini sock, so that I can figure out what still needs to go in what project. So let me show you the little mini socks that I have right now. And there's like 4 different patterns, so I also need to figure out what pattern goes with which little sock. So here's a different pattern. So this one is like a spiral. This one is like, I mean, it's like a cute little design. This one is just stockinette. Let's see. Here's another one that's just stockinette. So this makes number 4 that I've pulled out so far. Here's the other one. So it has like a little, it looks better on this side. So it has like a little lace at the top, and then the rest is stockinette. I kind of suspect my dogs might have gotten to this particular one. Maybe not. Maybe I just need to get my scissors and cut off this little dangling situation. Okay. That looks better. Not perfect, but better. It might have actually gotten snagged on the that I'm using. I got this at Target, I think. Or my sister got it for me. But yeah, I think my sister got it for me for Christmas one year, and it is from Target. So let's see. We're at 5. Here is number 6, another one of those spirally ones. Oh, this is another one. So there must be 5 different designs, because this one is with eyelets. 7. Is 7 where I got to? I have not worked on these projects in so long. Like, I am just discovering things in here. Like, oh my gosh, a pair of knitting needles. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I didn't know these were in here, because I definitely would have stolen them by now for a different project. Because I do that a lot. It's a bad habit. Then I'll go to make like a second sock, and I'll be like, oh, where's my knitting needles? Oh yeah, that's right. You stole them for another pair of socks. So this is a 2.75. which is what I like to make my socks on. So it's a good thing I didn't know about this because I would have stolen it by now. A pair of snips. I'd forgotten about this. That was in here. The person that I bought this Advent from, or no, did I buy it or did she just gift it to me? Don't remember. I think I bought it, but it was very deeply discounted. I forgot I'd made this yarn cozy. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And so this is the one that's in here. There had been a smell in this bag or in this yarn, don't remember which. So I just tossed in a dryer sheet and it all smells good now. So, but anyway, the way this scarf works, let me count how many colors I'm in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this must have been the last color I did because I think these are the same. Okay, so I do want to get ahead on the mini socks because the way this scarf works is you do, I haven't worked on it in years, so I need to remind myself. No babies. But so each color is 6 stripes, and you do every other row with the previous color and then the next color. And so, yeah. Anyway. I really do love this project, and I mean, I like both of these projects, and so I am excited to pull these out and work on them again. I just kind of gotten a little overwhelmed at some point, but anyway, so I will, okay, so color number 8 is Sibby. Oh no. I am pretty sure I saw that name down here at the bottom with no yarn attached to it, because what I did, well, actually, she had wound them all up, and what she did was she cut out the names and then stuck it into the loops. Okay, there's nothing with this one. So I'm going to guess this one's actually probably Sibby, because I think I only saw, oh wait, no, there's a Harold Levinson. This one's also missing this, I don't know. Let's see, where's the names? I know, this is riveting, you guys. Oh no. I have 3 without names. Sibby, Birdie, Pelham, and Harold Levinson. Oh. Okay. So there's a green one without a name. I think how I determined it, what I might have to do is I had found someone's project page for this Advent, and I had compared the order and the colors. So I might have to do that. So right now, these are the 3 I have that don't have a little paper strip. And so I will need to figure out which those are so that I can start with civvies. All the rest appear to be attached properly. Okay. So I guess that will be the next thing I do. And then I also need to determine which patterns go with which colorway. So I'm going to make a note on my paper for that too. So I'm probably going to put on an audiobook and work on that in a little bit after I want to do my Tour de France stitches first, because that is definitely a time limit. But anyways, these little socks are so fast to knit up. And so I'm anticipating this going fairly quickly. And then I will be able to move on to the next mini advent that's on my list from Big Brother. So, yes. My hair is driving me insane right now. Anyway. Let's open up day 11. I also need to edit. I have like 2 videos I need to edit, so I need to do that. And I need to work on my challenge video. I'll probably do that while listening to audiobooks in a little bit. Okay, day 11. Oh, this is a very beautiful purple collection. You do your best work on that throne, Violet. And it is very beautiful. I really do like the advents from Dragon Hoard Yarn. I have 2 of her Harry Potter ones that she was doing with her mom, but I think they did their last one. Oh my gosh, I almost put this in the wrong bag. I think they did their last one last year. It was Harry Potter number 7, part 2. So, and I don't think she's released what she's going to do for Christmas yet. She released her Halloween, but so, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go put on the Tour de France, and get a little bit of order here. Oh, that's right. I finished the grape. It's one I wouldn't independently order, but if I ordered the collection of 40 again, I would definitely drink it without a problem. It was sour, but grape is just not a flavor that I love. Yeah, it's good. I just wouldn't like go out to hump for that one. Lucky winner. Louisiana Sunrise. Life's a Peach. The SKU says, I'm guessing peach, strawberry, and what would ORS be? Orange? I'm not positive. Again, I'm not a huge fan of strawberry, but I do like peach flavored drinks. And since it's Life's a Peach, I'm hoping that peach will be the stronger flavor coming through. So I'm very hopeful for this one. And I'm going to go downstairs and make that. And my desk is a disaster right now because I have like so many projects just like kind of spread out on it. So gonna get that figured out. Oh, and my work bestie messaged me a little bit ago, and she said they're thinking about going to the fair on my birthday because of the weather. And so we might get to hang out a bit at the fair, and I'm super excited about that. So I've only ever hung out with my husband and then one time my parents and youngest sister at the fair. I've never like met up with friends or anything. In part because I don't really make friends outside of like the cross stitch community online. That you guys tend to be my friends. I get along with my coworkers and like we have a fun time talking and everything, but we don't ever really take it outside. Like okay, here's the thing. It is hard being a classified worker amongst teachers because they have their teacher groups, usually with their like the other teachers in their year, or just because teachers have to attend more meetings together and things like that. Anyway, and so while I see every single teacher every single week and I get along with all of them great, I don't tend to get invited to the activities because it's like kindergarten teacher get together, hang out and stuff like that. I am technically in the book club and I keep not going. I don't like the books they keep picking. I know that's not really an excuse, but then also they want to meet on Fridays and I'm just so exhausted, you guys. Like, so hard to meet on a Friday. Anyway, I've been a couple times and it was fun. I should make more of a concerted effort on that part, especially since they keep on being like, you're the librarian, why are you not here? Yeah, you know, I get it, you guys. But, yeah. So, you all are my friend group. And yeah, I like talking to you guys. Anyway, so I'm going to go refresh my drink because it's like empty and I'm super thirsty. And then I'm gonna finish stage 4 and then I'll put on an audiobook or I'll read an actual book. Oh, and I'll come back with my book TBR pile. I'm not gonna read all of them, but I like to have options. And I like to have a variety. So I'll come back with that and I'll chat with you guys later. Bye. Hi friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is 2 a.m. And I am about to go to sleep. I did not do any of the things I said I was going to do. For one thing, my husband left, he left shortly after I filmed, I think. And, then I had also messaged my parents and told them when they woke up to call me because it's been a while since we've talked. And they live in Switzerland, or like Germany and Switzerland. And so I talked to them for a little while making dinner and putting away the dishes. And we talked until probably 1:30. Took the dogs out and I am pretty tired. So my husband's getting ready for bed in the bedroom and he might take a shower. Sometimes he takes a shower. He always takes a shower in the morning, but sometimes he takes one at night before bed and sometimes not. So it usually depends on if he's either really hot or really cold. Then he'll take a shower, but if he's like medium temperature, hey, no, girlfriend, you got tear stains real bad. Cleaning the sleep out from their eyes. Okay, whatever. But I'm pretty tired, and so. And he has to wake up early to go talk to a air conditioning repair guy about the rental property. He asked me if I wanted them to do our house at the same time. And I know, like, I really do want the air conditioning fixed. But also, I need us to have finished rehoming these dogs first. Because the dogs, and if anyone comes into our territory, they get very territorial. And I cannot deal with that right now. And I'd rather, like, in the fall, when there's not as much pressure, when I've had a little time to get the house back to where it needs to be, we've rehomed the dogs we need to rehome, to look into it then. As long as we actually do it this year. So yeah, it's just, our house is chaos right now with this many dogs and it being so hot that we basically hole up in certain rooms of the house. And I don't want to deal with that right now. I have this pimple that's shown up. It's not pleasant. Anyway, also this camera feels like really high up. I don't know why. Actually, this chair feels really low down, to be honest. I wonder if I accidentally like put it down when I was taking a nap. Okay. I have my large pile of books over here that I'm not going to read all of these during our weekend readathon. It's just, I like to have a variety easily available. And I also have right here my Kindle. Let me just reach around you guys. Isn't this such a nice Kindle case? I got it off Amazon and as soon as I saw it, I loved it. I don't necessarily love how it functions particularly because, I mean, it's got a nice kickstand, but I can't put the little page turners on it. I have to take it all the way out to do that, and it's not the easiest to take out. But it does keep my Kindle nice and safe. And the other thing that I struggle with, hey, stop it, is having this, James, Rosie, stop. Having the handle here, because I've got like short hands. And so if the Kindle had the option, where's the buttons? On my other Kindle, the buttons were at the top. If the Kindle had the option to turn the page like up top and then go back down bottom or reverse, that would be ideal because I could do that then from just holding it like this. But having to turn the page like this, and then I keep accidentally clicking over here, it's just, and this feels kind of loose. I don't know. It's not as comfortable as I would have hoped. As a matter of fact, sometimes when I'm using it, I just stick my hand through the kickstand part. But aesthetically, it is very pleasing to me. Here it is, like all the way folded out. And like, I would love to have a library that looked like that. I think that would be so cool. Anyway, so I've got the Kindle and all the books that I have on there. Then we have Legends and Lattes that I started in June and had thought foolishly I could read in a week because I would actually read every day. Lies I tell myself. I am on page 30. I am really enjoying it so far, but need to actually read that. I have also here Fourth Wing in case I work on my Advent calendar. I will listen to this. So here's the physical representation of a book I will maybe listen to. I thought since it had come in the mail, Kingmakers, I'd put that there. Some of these books I might read like a chapter and then decide if it's pulled me in. If not, I'll read a chapter of the next book. I do that sometimes. This is my comfort read, The Princess by Lori Wick. It is my favorite, like, look how worn this book is. It is my favorite Christian romance book ever. I've had this copy for so long. It has been read many times. Look. I put a name tag. That's my maiden name, Low, L-O-U-W. It's left an impression over here. Like, that's how worn and loved this book has been. The pages are yellowed. It's just, this book and I have been through a lot, and it's been a while since I've read her, and I'd like to read her again. I brought this one, Illuminate, for in case I need just an easy, quick type of reading, something that's different. I've read this book once, listened to it once. So I physically read it once, and then I listened to it, and I just love how this book is formatted. And it's very fast to read through the pages. And so this is a good one for a readathon where you just need to grab something that's easy. Maybe your mind is tired. I brought Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This is a dark romance. I think I've heard it's a little funny, maybe? I don't remember. A lot of people really liked this one. They don't like the sequel so much, but I do like dark romance. I have a dark sense of humor sometimes. And on the same vein, Butcher and Blackbird. I think there's 2 more in this series out, but I don't have them yet because every time when I'm standing in the aisle at Walmart, I can't remember if I have more than just the first book. Turns out, no, I don't. So this is one I've been wanting to read for a while. It's a dark romantic comedy. It literally says that. Dark romantic comedy. So next we have First Time Caller. Now, a few months ago, this book was in the Book of the Month club. And it almost got me to sign up for Book of the Month just because it comes up in my ads a lot. And I always like think about joining. And then I don't. I don't know why. But it is a hopeless romantic comedy meets a demoralized radio host in this cozy Sleepless in Seattle inspired love story. I don't actually like the movie Sleepless in Seattle. Like, I really actually dislike that movie. But it says, Aidan Valentine has a secret. He's fallen out of love with love. And as the host of Baltimore's romance hotline, that's a bit of a problem. And when a young girl calls in to the station asking for dating advice for her mom, the interview goes viral, thrusting Aidan and Heartstrings into the limelight. Lucy Stone thought she was doing just fine. She had a good job, an incredible family, and a smart, slightly devious kid. But when all of Baltimore is suddenly scrutinizing her love life, or lack thereof, she begins to question if she's as happy as she believed. Maybe a little more romance wouldn't be such a bad thing. Everyone wants Lucy to find her happy ending, even the handsome, temperamental man calling the shots. But when sparks start to fly behind the scenes, Lucy must make the final decision between the radio-sponsored Happily Ever After or the man in the headphones next to her. I just thought that sounded really, like, cute, and it would be fun to have, like, a cute romance as an option to read. And the last one I brought over depends on how emotionally I want to damage myself. And that is because I finally brought over book number 3, Chloe Walsh's Saving Six. Now, books 1 and 2 were so good that I haven't read a book since, because usually what puts me in a book slump is bad books. But it was so good that I couldn't move past it. Like, I couldn't move past those 2 books. Saving Six is set in the same town, same school, all that, but is a different character focus. And I just wasn't ready to move on past the two from the other series, the 13 series. I have a problem in that I forget characters' names really quick. I know it's Johnny, but I just forget what her name is. Joey is the brother. What is her name? Claire? Is it Claire? I don't remember. I don't remember, which I really hate because I love that book so much. It's surely not Katie. Hang on. I'm like, I need to move past it, but I can't. Ollie is a brother. Darren's a brother. Shannon. Of course, Shannon. Shannon and Johnny. And I love the 13 books. Saving 13, Redeeming 13. No, not Saving 13. It's, Binding 13 and Keeping 13. Shannon and Johnny are the two, and I'm halfway tempted to just start those books again. Anyway, so that's what I brought over. I mean, there's always a chance things will change, but these are my main contenders right now. So I will keep you guys updated. I really did want to start before going to bed, but I'm just too tired right now. I need to take my medicine, get some sleep, and start fresh. I'm not planning on sleeping in as much as I normally do during the weekend because I just don't want to. I don't know. There was nothing more than that. So yes, I figured out which color was the next one for this. Oops. Sorry, baby. And then I've been thinking I'll do the small little projects that I had planned for these ones, and then I'll put the rest with my yarn to be added into the why are words so hard right now? Jelly Roll Advent Blanket. So that's kind of my plans. I'd like to get more than just one of the Advent draws done before Sunday's episode, but we will see. Anyway, I will chat with you guys later. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and bye. Hey friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. I am here to do an update on where I'm at with the reading challenge. So 5 hours in, which is not a lot considering it's 5 p.m. on day 2, but that's okay. So I finished my first book yesterday. Here it is. It was a short little book. I Survived the Sinking of the Titanic. The kids at my school are obsessed with this series, and I've not read one yet. So I actually really enjoyed this and will look to read more when I get back to school. I felt like it really brought this historical event into a perspective that didn't shield the children from the tragedies that happened, but put it in a way that would be relatable for them. And the end has a stop looking at me. My husband's in here and he's looking at me. Stop looking at me. And then at the end it has a bunch of facts about the Titanic. So this was really interesting. I do have another one here at home. I Survived the Nazi Invasion. So I may read that. I have been listening this morning to Revenge of the Wrought Iron Flamingos. Here's the little mini book that I had. I started at 28% and I'm now at 80%. I have about an hour left to listen to. It's okay. The main character still pretty much annoys me. I'm reading in my pajamas, and I have here my healthy snack, which is heart healthy organic nut mixes. I got these at Costco, and I really like them. I am very super tired, even though I slept like 12 hours last night. So I do have a Peachy Keen sugar-free Monster. Try to wake me up. The post should be up for the stitching for the Tour de France. I haven't done the last 2 days, so I want to be able to do today's one. So I'm waiting for that to get posted, and then I will listen to a book while working on my Anytown Tiny Town. I did not watch the Club World Cup soccer final match, Chelsea versus PSG, because I didn't particularly care about either of those teams. But I did look at the scoreline, and my mom watched it. And I'm assuming my dad, but he didn't write me about it. But anyways, the game ended 3-0 for Chelsea, which was really quite shocking. And PSG got another red card, which their red card accumulation from this tournament is kind of shocking. So anyway, I'll eventually watch that match, just not today. Yesterday, my husband and I were out for like 12 hours. What started out as just getting some breakfast at McDonald's, where I was reading this book so I could read it in 3 different locations, ended up turning to go and get my... Could you turn your volume off? Ended up turning into picking up my anniversary ring that had been resized, and then we went around the mall for a little while and got a new pair of flip-flops, and then I got him to take me to Barnes & Noble's, and I got 2 books and 2 magazines there. So I got the special edition Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition, so super excited about that. I didn't love like all the designs, but there are a few that I really like this monochrome one right here, and then I like these 2 over here, this one and this one. I think those are nice simple designs. So oh yeah, I also like this Grim Reaper free hugs one. I think that's really funny. And then I got Ultimate Cross Stitch Flowers. I really like this one right here. Peonies, right, I think. And then I like this design on the red fabric. And then there were a few others I really liked in here, like this one. Yeah, I really like that one. But so I flipped through this one. I read this one, so I'm counting that as my non-traditional reading, so I can cross off that bingo square. I also got a Barnes & Noble special edition, which includes special content of The Boys of Tom and 13, Keeping 13. This is the second one. It's orange sprayed edges. They didn't have the first one at the location we were at, but they had it at a nearby location, and so I ordered that, and we need to go pick it up. And I think it's got pink sprayed edges, but I am really obsessed with these 2 books right now, so I'm really excited. And then the second book I got, what is called Older by Jennifer Hartman. And yeah, and it also has sprayed edges. I'm glad we're starting to do that because it makes books prettier. But the romance soft cover books were buy one, get one half off. So pretty decent deal. So once I finished the Revenge of the Wrought Iron Flamingos, which is a title more than 5 words, I think I'm going to start reading First Time Caller. Although I do have my Legends and Lattes book right here as another possibility. These are the two I'm leaning to most right now. It is a bit warm, so I'm going to take off my pajamas, my pajama shirt, and get more comfy, but I need to check that box off the bingo board too. So I will put a picture here of my current progress on my bingo board, and here's to continuing to try to go for a full bingo blackout. When I finish this book, that'll be 2 books completed, so I can cross that one off too. So anyway, oh, and my mom recommended it, and I thought I should read a book that was recommended to me as opposed to one I recommended, because that's like just any book I want to read is a book I've recommended to myself. So yeah, that's how I'm going to cross off that square. Anyway, I'll chat with y'all later. Hope that you're having a fantastic reading day. Bye. Hey friends, it's Kate. It is, excuse me. I thought I was going to hiccup. No. Okay. It is about 2:15 a.m. and I thought I would do my update. There you can see the time. And my timer says I have done 9 hours, 4 minutes, 23 seconds, 0.85. Not great progress. I still have, what is that, 15 hours left to do. Not the best, but I thought I'd do an update. So I am drinking, well, actually I haven't drunk any yet because it's still boiling hot, but this is one of my favorite teas. It is Bigelow Red Raspberry. Now there's a lot of raspberry teas out there, and others are good too. I have to order this one off Amazon because I stopped finding it in the grocery stores, but this one is my absolute favorite. Its ingredients are hibiscus, rose hips, apple, elderberries, and raspberries. So, I mean, it's obviously more than just raspberries, but it is my absolute favorite. And I think I ate a little bit too much at dinner, or the buffalo sauce on my chicken wings is making me feel a little nauseous. But, Sansa, what are you doing? She's like sticking her nose into a gap between my storage containers. So I hope there's like nothing back there she's trying to get. Anyway, so I thought I'd sip at that. I finished doing the garbage. Our garbage night is always Sunday for a Monday morning pickup, and they usually come around 6 a.m. So it's not something I can ever do when I wake up. Come here, Sansa. Come here, sweetie. Oh, sweetheart. Hi. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do kissies right now. You're gonna sit next to mommy. Okay. Anyways, so I am sorry, you guys. I am tired, and I don't know why. I mean, I've only been awake for like, I guess, 14 hours. But I've been tired the whole day today. Okay, so since my last update, I've read about 20 pages in this book. I was aiming for more, but my husband was in here too, and he is like a child. He's like a child sometimes, where he gets bored and wants attention. So he'll be like, did I tell you this? Blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, I'm trying to read a book, dude. You can't interrupt me every 30 seconds. But whatever. Then he went to go run some errands, and I had a little bit more time. Hi, can I help you? She's looking at me and like, who are you talking to, Mom? I'm right here. You're not looking at me. Anyway, so I read a little bit of that. Then I decided to finish my audiobook, Revenge of the Wrought Iron Flamingos. So that one is now done, and I can put that little mini book into my bag of finished books. And then I also started the audio on Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. I got to page 52. I'm listening to the audiobook, but I flip around to the pages to see my progress. So that's kind of what I do. Sorry, excuse me again. I only did a tiny bit of this cross stitch, but as tomorrow is my planned birthday week new start, I'd like to get about another 200 stitches done before I start that. I was going to try to do it now, but I'm so tired. I think what I might do is put on Big Brother, maybe, if it's a short episode, and drink my tea, take my medicine, and then go to bed. And hopefully wake up early enough that I'm refreshed. I'm going to see if I can... No. I was going to say I'm going to see if I can get away with not taking my sleep aid, but no. I think... I also took melatonin with my sleep aid last night, and that was the mistake. Sometimes I do that when I know I really need sleep, and I just really want to be, like, not woken up by the dogs moving around or anything. And so, but that usually leaves me feeling way sleepy. So I'll take my normal sleep aid and not take melatonin, and that should be okay in the morning. And then hopefully I'll just wake up, knock out these 200 more stitches I want to do, or I mean, like, maybe even 150. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at my various challenges. 100, 150 should get me finished on most of them. So yeah, we'll see. Because I really want to start my new start. My other option is to just delete my Tour de France start and just do those required stitches on the new start. That challenge always restarts at 5 p.m. my time, so I will have to see how close I am time-wise. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm too tired right now to do stitching. I'd hoped that I could, but I'm so tired. My feet are swollen today from all the walking that we did on Saturday around the mall and stuff. Like, I was on my feet for almost 12 hours. I mean, I sat down for like half an hour here and there, but for the most part, I was walking around Barnes & Nobles, walking around the mall, like a lot of walking, and my feet are really tired. And I'm trying to debate with myself. I know I shouldn't count that as taking a walk on my bingo board. That feels a little cheaty. But if I'm desperate and don't take a walk tomorrow, then I'm going to count it, because I did walk a lot. It just wasn't like exercise walking. So, I don't know. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. Anyway, okay. Enough chit-chatting. I gave my update. I want to finish how much I need to finish. I think I have another chapter and a half to finish, so I can count this as having read 3 chapters. Maybe I'll try to do that while drinking my tea so that I can listen to audiobooks tomorrow, because then it won't take from my new start time. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. Anyway, I will chat with you all later. This was not the best of updates. I still need to do my randomize one. And so so far all I've read are books that belong in series. So what I'm thinking is finding, I have 2 books over there, but I have a few on my bookshelf. I might find books in my Audible library that are standalones, because I haven't completed that one yet either. Put those in the randomizer and randomize which one I will read, or listen to rather, so that I can complete that part of the challenge. So yeah, that's where things stand right now. I will let you guys go, and I'm going to drink my tea and just get ready for bed. Chat with you all in the morning. Bye. Hey friends, it's Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner, and this is in the future. This is August 1st. Well, barely. It's 12:30 in the morning. And I was editing the video, and I realized I never came back and updated on the rest of the readathon. So last we were at, I was at 9 hours, right? I think 9 hours and 4 minutes or something like that. I got to 17 hours. I did not end up finishing the reading challenge. And to be honest, I'm not completely sure what all I read. But I do know I finished Lights Out. This book was honestly not as dark as I thought it would be. Like, I thought there would be a lot more murder. Hey, no. So this book was 397 pages. It was still pretty good. I think I gave it a 4-star. But it was not as dark. Jasper? No. It was not as dark as I expected it to be. Nope, you're being a bully. Our final 2 ever puppies are 6 weeks old. It's Jasper. Hi, Jasper. He's twice the size as his sister, who is the smallest puppy that we've ever had. Alice. And so I think he just doesn't realize how strong he is and how much bigger than her he is. And so he'll try like lugging her around, and it hurts her and she cries. So that is why he's here now, being held. Leave her alone. Okay, so I'd thought maybe to start Caught Up, the sequel, but I didn't end up doing that. I know because I haven't read any of it. So I think I have the Audible for that, so I might listen to it in this next couple days before school starts, but I honestly don't know. I think I read a tiny bit more on Legends and Lattes. I'm on page 44, which isn't actually very great because I started this book in June. I had planned on reading it in a week, and here we are, first day of August. I'm about to go back to school, and book's not done. Oh well. the randomizer chose the princess. And I just was not in the mood when the randomizer spun it. And that's kind of where the readathon fell apart. That was the next one I was going to do. And it's a standalone. It was going to check, it's a mainly green cover. It was going to check a lot of boxes for me. I just didn't want to read it at that moment. Like, I love this book. I don't know what my problem is. I just wasn't feeling it. And so I kind of just got stuck, and then I didn't finish. I already mentioned reading this book and finishing it. And then I don't think I listened to any more of Fourth Wing. I honestly don't remember if I listened to anything else. I know I've not read since then, which is kind of sad. I need to do some more reading. But, yeah, I got to 17 hours. I'm a bit disappointed in myself, but, you know, sometimes you just can't do it. And I had a really busy birthday week, and I just didn't make the time to finish the challenge. So thank you for everyone who did participate. Kitty and Katrina and Carrie. Wow, all my friends' names starts with K. That's interesting. And I'm Kate. Thank you all for participating. That was a lot of fun. My aunt participated. My sisters and my parents participated. And so it was a lot of fun to intentionally spend a day trying to read books. So I have got to go now. I need to get this uploaded, but I will chat with you guys again soon. Have a fantastic day. Bye.